Hello everyone, it is my seventh lecture, and in this lecture we will discuss about the examples of the instruction which we have discussed earlier, like jump instruction, logical instruction, arithmetical instruction, data transfer instruction, etc. So we take an example, uh, write a program to add two 8-bit number and the result may be more than 8-bit is a task. Earlier we discussed this program, but in the previous program we have only include write a program to add two 8-bit number and the result is also 8-bit, but it is not necessary for every time. Then we are going to add two 8-bit number and the result is always 8-bit. It may be 8-bit, it may be more than 8-bit. So let's discuss one by one. So in this problem, like let's suppose we have a number in 2030H 98H 2031 92H. It is the random number. That is a random number. We can type here any number without changing the programming. We are only indicating this address, not this data. We can change the data according to our requirement. So this program is useful if the given result is either 8-bit or more than 8-bit. So it is applicable to all the programs. So we can say it is the standard program for a 8-bit addition. The result may be 8-bit or the result may be more than 8-bit. So let's take an example. Let's suppose we have a data 98H first number and 92H in second number in a given location. It is a location 2030 and 2031. We always give the input to the users. We have no command about this data. User can put any data in this number, but this is a there is only one restriction. That number should be, as previous says, we are going to write program for 8-bit number. The number should be 8-bit, and the 8-bit number may be from 00 to FF, any number. So here we are going to start the program. So first line I have written, first line MBIB00H. So you can ask me question, why you are using MBIB as a 00H? Because I am going to initialize the carry. Here we are going to initialize the carry. There may be two options. If you are going to add two number, there may be carry or may not be. So if there is a carry, so carry is always 1. If there is no carry, it is 0. So starting condition, we can take a starting condition. Let's suppose there is no carry. So we initialize a register MVIB00. So in this case, B becomes 00H for a carry. You can take any register like B, C, D, E, H, L. It's up to you. It's not necessary that always you are choosing B or C or D. You can choose any register which is not involved in the program. So as we written previously, this instruction LXIH 2030. So you can see we can only initialize the address, not the data. So in this address, whatever the data you have written, it is directly indicated by the memory. So if we initialize LXIH 2030, in that case the HL pair should be 2030 and in this memory is 48. let you have changed this data, so memory also will change, because we are only initializing the HL pair in this instruction. Now MOV move M comma A. So whatever the content have M is copied to A. It is similar to the previous instruction or previous programming which we have discussed in lecture number 4. So in this, the content of first number or content of T030 is copied to A. Next INXH, that means increment of X means register pair HL. HL becomes 2031, and in this case the memory is 92. This 92 is copied to memory, and the first number is copied to an accumulator. Then after we are going to add two numbers. So add M. Add M means A is equal to A plus M. So this programming, we have already discussed about this programming in previous lecture, and that is like in lecture number 4. So it is a copied from the previous lectures. What we are going to add in this instruction? So as we written add M, all the flags status are changed, because we earlier discussed all the flags are changed according to the instruction in arithmetical and logical operation. So as we write add M, all the flags are changed. So in that case, if we are going to add two 8-bit numbers, if both the numbers, if we are going to add both the numbers, so if the result will also 8-bit, that means there is no carry. If the result is more than 8-bit, then there is a carry. So we can check here with the help of jump instruction J and C, as we discussed previously in previous lecture. J and C, it is jump. J and C means jump, and here we write go. It is the only simple syntax. Go, you can choose any. Actually here we write the 16-bit address of this instruction. Go means, here we write go, that means jump. If the condition will true, then this program counter jumps to here. It skips this line if this condition is true. If this condition becomes false, then it continue to execute the programming in sequence wise. So add M is equal to A plus M. Here J and C, jump if no carry. So here we are going to add two numbers, that means A plus M. As we written, here is a 98H and 92H. 8 plus 2 is a 10, we can write as 10 as A. 9 plus 9, it is a 18, that means we can there is a 2 and 1 carry, that means carry generated in this instruction, in this numbers. So the condition becomes, if the condition becomes false, that means if there is a carry in this instruction, then it will not go to here, it will come continuously execute the program. So I and RB, what is the meaning of I and R? Increment in register. Or what is the value of B? We previously initialized the B is a 00. So in that case particular, B becomes 01. B becomes 01 in this case. Okay, now and the result will store in accumulator. And what is the result? Result is 2A. If we are adding two numbers, so the result is actually 1 to A. You can add in calculator, or you can convert these number into the binary. Then after you have to convert in the hexadecimal, you can find the number is 1 to A. So 2A is 8 bit and the capacity of the register is 8 bit. So only the 2A is stored in accumulator. So in this case we have to store this result in a given location, that means 2032H. So we can write here instruction STA2032. So the content of accumulator is that copy to the in given location, that means 2032H, and the output. After that you have to show the carry, that means the actual result is 1 2A, not only 2A, it is a 1 2A. So we have to show the 1 in the result. So the content of B is copied to A, MOV move A comma B, and after we are copying in A, the content of B is 0 1 and it is copied to A, that means A also 0 1. Then after again STA store the accumulator in given location, that means 2033. Here is 0 1. So finally we can see the result becomes the 0 1 2. So it is a basic example of jump instruction. Now, as we discussed in the previous lecture, write a program to add two 8-bit number, two 16-bit number, and the result will also 16-bit. If let's suppose we change the program, same program, write a program to add two 16-bit number, and the result may be more than 16-bit. So in this case, let's suppose we have a two 16-bit numbers, like one number in this, and we can write in this format. If you have any doubt how can we load the number in the given memory location, you can see my video loaded in lecture number 4, fourth video. So here we can load the numbers, and here the result is also 16-bit, and there is a one more location which store the carry. So we can here, as we initialize in previous lecture, initialize B for the carry flag. Here we also initialize the NBIB 00H, and same as LHLD 3040. That means the content of 3040 and 3041 location is loaded in HL pair, as we know about the instruction LHLD. That means next instruction is XCHG. XCHG, that means the content of HL is exchanged with the DE. So whatever the content have HL is exchanged with the DE. So in DE 1734. Next LHLD 3042. So it load the content of 3042 and 3043 location are loaded in HL pair. So one content is in DE and one is HL. After that we write instruction DAD D. DAD D means HL is equal to HL plus DE. So the content of numbers, first number and second numbers added, and the result will store in HL pair. After that we can again here we have two options. If there is a carry, if there is a carry means we have no idea about the inputs number. The input is only you can give a location for the user, and the user can put the input. So there is a two option. There may be a carry and may not be carry. So if there is a carry, J and C means if there is a carry, that means it is go. If there is if there is no carry, then here we skip this I and R. So if there is no carry, if the condition is true, then this skip this line I and RP. So it is directly jump to this instruction. So why I can said earlier it is a more powerful instruction, that means jump instruction, because it change the sequence of the execution of the program. So if the condition becomes true, it directly jump to this instruction. That means this INRB is skipped. Skipped matlab means if the in B if 00, it here it is also 00 because this instruction is skipped. So here SHLD 3044, SHLD 3044. So is this instruction, it store the content of HL into 3044 and 3045. After that we are also we have to show the carry status in the given location. So move B comma A and STA 2046. So we can store the carry flag. It may be 0 or may be 1. So it is all about the programming of using jump instruction, and we can write more program using this instruction. So I will give you a question for next lecture. Write a program to find the largest number in a given data string, first program, and second program, write a program to find the smallest number in a given data string. Data string means if you have 10 numbers, like if you have 10 numbers or 20 numbers, so you have to find the largest of the one number from the 10 or 20. Same as the smallest number, if you have 10 numbers, you have to find the smallest number given in a 20 numbers. 20. So it is a task. So it is all about this lecture. Thank you.